be a 40-year-old virgin and not have any girls around. So now is the time where I need to learn how to act. That's why I want to be made into a skirt chaser, suave seducer, Don Juan lady killer. You know, the ultimate ladies' man. Oh yeah, I know. Thank you. And as president of the comic book club, I knew exactly where to start. Our club as it is kind of weird. It's an outsider club. How do you think of maybe branching out past the school, maybe getting girls into the club? Let's go with like see how it is. I don't really know anything. We should find them. Hey, you go to a girls' school? You go to, hey, my name's James Toppy. I read comic books. Do you read comic books? Well, Murph, I don't sound like that. Thank you. I sound much more masculine. I actually want to have a girlfriend. Isn't that good? We're breaking the stereotypes for geeks. Talking about this issue further, we need to make sure they're interested in comics. Like what we're kind of looking for is a different type of comics, and we need to be sure they know that.
Well, yeah, and no manga. Because then it gets away from the point that we started this club, which was to read about superheroes.
It was obvious that the guys in the club didn't share my vision. I showed them. I decided to follow through with my plan to change things up a little bit at the club. The guys in the club were less than enthusiastic about getting girls in the club, so I'm not exactly telling them about the flyers. This really sucks. I actually wouldn't blame a girl for rejecting a poster like this, but who knows? Not feeling very pumped, I was hoping my parents would be more supportive. Here's the thing, I want to be made into a ladies' man. What do you mean, Mark? That's my dad, the guy responsible for my good looks and charm. There's nothing else. I want to learn how to... What do you mean learn? How do you mean learn? I don't do naturally. You're so young. I love you guys, but you're from a different generation. Your idea of date is kiss on the cheek, holding hands. Oh my God, 1952. How does that happen?
We support that you're growing up. We know that. As long as it's supposed to stay where it needs to be. It's the world.
That's my mom. She's definitely the gatekeeper in this bad case.
How much time can you spend trying to be a ladies' man? And what will be the movie?
Boy, the reward of the movie worth it?
As long as it keeps a clear mind.
Well, I guess I have to be more like Superman. Solve all the problems in a nick of time. Contrary to what everyone believed, the next day, girls showed up at the comic book club.
What are you going to talk about here?
Here was my chance to bust out my knowledge and impress them. We were just having a discussion about the age-old question, Marvel or DC, Batman or Spider-Man. DC is more of a dark, realistic thing.
What makes it more realistic?
The good guys are more idealized. They're more perfect.
Dude, Marvel's bad. Isn't it?
No, a lot of DC is descended from the space opera genre.
They're big villains, except for Dr. Doom, I don't like.
Like in Marvel, let me give you an example. There's a character, Thor.
No.
Please stay on.
I don't want to be interested, but I don't really understand anything. I'll next week, maybe.
Sure.
Oh.
All right, one down. I'll try to make it more interesting.
Why does a man like turn on and tight? What does that say about him?
That he's a superhero?
But he's very colorful. Like if I was a girl, I think that'd be cool.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. All right.
Let's do the conversation. Follow I was winning for one.
We were winning. Always were winning.
Hi.
Are you going to?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hey, Bill. Hi, honey. All right, guys. The ladies have left the building. You could not keep their attention for 5 minutes. James, I'm Rebecca Brody. I'm your maid coach.
That's my coach. She's a New York City-based relationship expert, and she's a total babe.
I'm going to turn you into a ladies' man.
I'm definitely going to need your help.
Are you a little nervous?
Definitely.
I can see that.
Definitely.
It's okay. It's going to be great. I'm going to hold your hand. I'd like a few minutes with James to get to know him better. If you guys want, you can go on out and chase the skirt. I wouldn't talk about comics. That would seem to interest them.
Brody is definitely really hot. On a 1 to 10 scale, she ranks out at 12.
So, James, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a junior in high school, and I really do not know how to talk to girls. There's no other way to say it, but I'm just bad. Like, really bad.
How do you think that they look at you?
I usually land in the friend zone. I never can really keep myself in a position that they want to potentially date me.
How would you define a ladies' man?
Someone who, who a girl wouldn't be ashamed of, like, going out on a date with or something.
Okay, so how's your video coming up?
And the dance is in 5 weeks.
Okay, so we don't have a whole lot of time. Do you have a date for it?
No, I do not.
Do you know how to dance?
I got some.
You have some moves? Come on, up for a second. Show me your moves.
You know, it depends on the song. Like, when it's all, you gotta move the feet a little bit. If it's a techno song, I try to incorporate a little bit of movement and stuff. But
I'm just afraid that if you get on the dance floor and you start doing that, you're going to alienate the women. We have 5 weeks to turn you into a ladies' man. And there are 3 main points we're definitely going to have to hit in order to take you through this process. First, your confidence. Secondly, your image. We're going to have to clean it up. And third, it's about how you move, how you talk, how you dance. It's what's going to lure those women in. You ready to go?
I'm ready.
My first impression of James was that he had the full image of the geek, and he has to really create a new healthy communication with women.
Later that night, Rudy came over to see for herself just how big a role comics played in my life.
Oh my God! Okay, James, I'm telling you right now, you bring a girl into this room, she's gonna think you're still a little kid.
I guess.
What we got in here? I don't see a lot of clothes.
Superhero costume.
Let me see. Dun dun dun. What does this girl think if you showed up with this mask on?
Are those your ears, or are you just happy to see me?
Alright, I gotta tell you, I'm gonna take these.
I might have to go a little power it out, because I need one.
We're gonna change your commitment. It's not about the comic books anymore. Over the course of the next few days, I want you to take out anything that represents being a child, comic book, costumes.
That's what you think. That's what you think. This is a big deal for me, because this is who I am. The next day, Brody had me meet her at a local pizzeria and put my skills to the test.
What I want you to do is go to Rocco, and I want you to pick up roll. And this is your opportunity to show me what you normally do.
Can I ask you for help or anything?
Not today.
Oh, good.
Familiar?
Hi.
Hi.
My name's James. So where do you guys go to school? I go to Fordham. That's why I'm just like a monkey right now.
Sorry.
Nice meeting you. After that embarrassment, I had to muster up the courage to try again. Okay. Well, I'm James. What's your name? Yeah. So, you like coming here to Rocco's, or? So, I know this is weird to ask, but are you for one others? That's alright. I pretty much went up to them like a bumbling, like, little fool.
This was a total and utter failure.
So,
You dropped the entire date, you dropped the ball.